Look from the book, presented by TopSport.
All right, guys, time now to have a chat to Tristan Merlehan from TopSport. And before we get into the serious stuff, Tristan, I hear there was a bit of an uproar in the office, the TopSport office on Saturday night. The famous dog race that helped select what you guys are going to have for dinner didn't go to plan.
No, it didn't. Well, we had 8 of our crew in the office trading in the evening, and as we know, we always pick a couple of dogs. So we put each dinner selection on the dog race. Now, 6 of the 8 wanted the same thing. So normally in most offices you go with a consensus, but that's not how we roll in TopSport HQ. You got to go with the time-honoured dog race, and we put all 6 dogs on all 6 of those entries onto separate dogs, and then the 2 other entries lobbed on the 6 dog and the 3 dog, and the roughie got up, and there was a big uproar. There was a lot of toys out of the cot. It was a very interesting time. I thought there was a civil war going to erupt, but no, we upheld the tradition, and we went and got the taboon down the road, the Mediterranean meal. So
just give us some idea of what sort of staff you guys have there. The 6 that wanted the same cuisine, what were they voting for?
They were voting for the little kebab shop down underneath our office. I think they just wanted something nice and quick because I think the main fundamental issue with taboon was last time it took 3.5 hours for the rice. That was the biggest issue, I think. But we got it at about 9:30, just when the AFL was going.
Do you get a vote, Tristan? You know, do you...
Yeah, I definitely do. And my normal charter is to get as much unrest in that selection as possible. So I throw something in there that I know is going to cause a little bit of angst. It adds a bit of entertainment for my evening. One
of the shortest price favourites over the weekend came up in a Group 1. It was Marabi and the William Reid. I imagine that was a stellar result for you guys.
It was. It was a bit easy early, 165 into 175, but then it came into $1.70 late. It was very, very well backed, all through multis. It looked like the one, and yeah, punters were all over it. Generation was well backed as well, $8 into 6.
Touch unlucky too.
There were a couple that did find September run. One customer had 3,000 on at best, hope late, but it was still a very handy result our end, and it was a good one to get the other weekend started, because obviously we lost the racing on Saturday in Sydney.
Punting at Mornington on Saturday. Mornington was a Saturday venue. How was turnover for you guys?
Yeah, we found it all right. It's a funny one. Like it's one of those things when you lose a big meeting elsewhere. Do they find do the punters go and watch the footy or do whatever, or do they switch to the other states? And fortunately enough for us, they did turn over quite a bit in Mornington and Adelaide and Brisbane. It was still quite a strong betting weekend from our perspective, and yeah, we were lucky there. The early race with 100 to 1 shot lob, we actually had a decent hold on that one. So that one took us a long way towards getting a handy start to the day.
Tristan, just on a serious note, there's been a lot of talk about
the whole podcast is serious.
A lot of talk about the all-in bets on some of those bigger Sydney races, and now we're at a different track, and some of the distances are slightly different. The rules are pretty sort of clear that unless it's outside of 7 days, it doesn't matter. What's your feelings on that?
It's a tricky one, because there's no black and white answer, and whatever way you do it, you're going to have someone upset, because I completely understand when someone's backed a runner where they think it's going to be at Rosehill or Randwick and it gets moved to Newcastle, or it gets moved to a different racing distance. It's not what you were planning to do. But then by the same token, if you backed one a month ago at 40 to 1 and it's into $6 and perhaps maybe it's $8 on the back of moving to Newcastle, you still want that bet to stand. So it's a tricky one. So what we do, we apply the rules. The rules are very black and white, and I think they probably work on enough instances. So just to be clear, the rules on this were any bets after the barrier draw we've avoided on Saturday, any bets before the barrier draw stood. But we give our customers the option if there is something there that, we can work out a fair solution. We're always open to a goodwill sort of cancellation, but it's got to be fair both ways as well. You can't have a customer have 6 bets and want to cancel 3 and let 3 stand. So I think it's just trying to find the right answer that's within the scope of how to do things. But yeah, it's a tricky one to get right on a black and white basis.
Any chance that goodwill could extend to Douceur punters at the Valley on Friday night? I mean, I know she didn't cross the line first, but she probably should have.
Yes, the phone was lighting up in our little chat group. There was a bit of disappointment about that on, and yeah, you're right. It was very, very unlucky. So it was that was actually a handy result to finish the night too, with the well back favourite as well, also not finishing in the winner's circle. So yeah, but it was a tricky old night at the Valley. It was an interesting one to get the weekend started.
Turf, we spoke about your TopSport betting account. I reckon week 1 or 2 you had 16 cents in your TopSport. Now,
I've nearly tripled it.
oh, wow.
Yeah, I think I've got 47 cents in there now.
Now, when you got a significant senior executive at TopSport like Tristan, what do you expect his balance to be in his account?
He wouldn't bet with them.
It wouldn't be kosher.
Really?
I
Well,
wouldn't have thought.
well, in a screenshot he sent us during the week, $287.04. What a man of the people.
He's either having a really bad run or he's only a 50-cent punt and he's
Or maybe
fine.
maybe that's the pizza account for the dinner on Saturday night. I don't know.
To be fair, that is our charity account for our Punt for Change multi, or our charity multi. That's our little.
Hence why it's so low, Turf. Too many place bets.
Some cash going in there now.
Well, speaking of multis,
we got it on Saturday.
yes.
Ding, ding.
Well, it was good because we didn't have to sort of sit through the anguish of Paul's bet.
Which was the surest thing on the card, just FYI.
But we had a little result. We finally had a bit of a result.
That's 2 weeks in a row, not finally.
Well, yes.
That's called
we're
a
flying,
streak.
and so that balance got it up to around about 900. It's a tricky one when you got, because it's a combined multi and it's done a little bit different way to work out the exact deductions and all those sort of things. And being a charity account, I've rounded that up, so we've got a bit of fun, a few funds going to the flood relief now, which is, I think it's up to around 1,000, which is very, very nice.
That's terrific. It was Quintello. You had a place bet on something, Turfy.
Quong try?
Fell into third. Exactly what you want with a place
Well,
bet.
no, I didn't because I backed it straight out. Actually, it was heavily backed, that horse as well. But, never not going to run the drum, to be honest.
Won't Paul be smarting if Stockman falls into a place at Newcastle today?
When?
When? All right, Tristan, great to chat to you. Look forward to catching up Thursday.
A good 3 with Dr. Turf, Matt Welsh and Paul Tatnell.